they don't get this quiet when I meet them in the hallways, but as soon as I walk up, it's like, so welcome. On behalf of North Valley, welcome to this morning's North Valley Technical Honor Society induction ceremony. You're here today because the faculty and administration of the center believe strongly that you embody the principles of North Valley Technical Honor Society. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you and your families on the induction into this prestigious society. This honor is a wonderful way for the center and communities to recognize the choices and sacrifices you've made over the years. I have enjoyed watching all of you in your activities, whether it be your CTSOs, sporting events, music, plays, or class projects. At this time, I'd also like to recognize another special group of people, and that's the faculty at North Valley. Staff, as your name is called, please stand to be recognized. Callahan. She's an ag teacher. She spends half her day in Minto and half the day at North Valley. Brent Arndt. He's our ag teacher in Park River. Adam Riddle. Ag teacher in Drayton. Molly Zaraka, ag teacher at North Valley. Randy Kennedy, auto teacher. Susan Shuley, business education. And North Valley cheerleader, for all of you that don't know. Peter Holland, he's our construction building trades teacher. Val Hiker, health science. Joey Demers, marketing and business teacher. Brian Stastny, welding, emerging technologies, and CDL instructor. Teresa Hickman, administrative assistant, adult and community ed coordinator. Joey Jiskra, our technology coordinator. He's in the sound booth right now, trying to make me sound good, which is impossible, but he's doing his best. Stacy Sibney, she's our work-based learning coordinator. Lisa Tucker, their business manager. And Lori Zaraka is our special projects coordinator. Thank you to all of them. Can we give them a round of applause? They work very, very hard to make sure that our students have every opportunity to explore different careers and know what it's like to go into a career in that workforce. So thank you to all of you. And last week was Teacher Appreciation Week. I hope you all you students take time to thank your teachers that have helped you on all your endeavors. Your teachers want nothing more than for you to be successful and achieve your goals. I don't know if one of your goals was to be inducted into the Technical Honor Society, or even if you knew what that was when you started your high school career. But there are strict requirements to even have the opportunity to apply to be accepted into this society. It is the highest award in excellence for a career in technical education. With you being inducted this morning, you've made each of us proud. There are 4 requirements for membership in which you excel. One is scholarship, leadership, community service, and character, and each are equally important. Scholarship goes beyond earning good grades, as we know we can learn from everything that we do and everyone that you meet. Scholarship is taking advantage of those opportunities to acquire information and knowledge to put to work to help others. Next is leadership. Leadership is not about being elected to or appointed to an office. Leadership is an attitude cultivated over time. To be a leader of others, you first need to learn to lead yourself. Third is community service. True community service is an attitude not for self-recognition. The satisfaction of volunteering because you realize that community service builds character. It is a learning opportunity, and it really does make the world a better place. And finally, character. Our character defines who we are, how we think, why we act, and what we say or do. Do you always have a smile on your face or a positive word? Can people trust what you say, even if it isn't what they want to hear? Are you courteous, respectful? Do you think about what you say before you say it, or what you post before you post it? For while being honest and honorable while others are watching is important, being true to yourself when no one is watching is a real test of character. While it would be easy to slide through life without purpose, without a code, it would not be fulfilling. Only by setting difficult goals and achieving them can we find one's true self-worth. You are the individuals on your way to being successful. Enjoy the journey. I thank you for giving me the honor of once again seeing you achieve and succeed. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Now I'll call Mr. Arndt here to introduce our first set of speakers. Thank you.
I've had the pleasure of knowing these two next gentlemen for the last 6 years, from 7th grade through now as seniors. They've been in FFA, I believe, at least since freshman year, so we've gone on a lot of trips, got a lot of judging contests, and it's just great to see how they've grown in both agriculture and in their own careers too. So I'd like to introduce Owen Zickman and Zach Zickman.
I'm Owen Zickman, and this is Zach.
Yeah.
So we're both graduating seniors this year, and as already said, we've taken A classes since 7th grade. A classes were the class that we actually looked forward to every day, mostly because it was a bunch of group of guys, and we got to do something that we actually wanted to do for once instead of math. So we stuck around with it while the class started to get smaller and smaller, and eventually we joined FFA, and that's when we really started to have some fun and learn some things for once.
Thank you for everybody for coming, and no, we did not plan to twin. We just both really like the Navy. I'm Zach Zickman, and I'm a member of our FFA chapter at Park River, and I've taken many of Mr. Arndt's classes. Thank you to all the teachers here that made and that had an impact in my own life and all of the lives of our students here. Through them, I've learned a lot of valuable knowledge in jobs that I have had and will have in the future, such as different areas of agriculture and work in construction. In FFA, I've had tons of fun going on trips, competing competitions, and hanging out with my friends. I've always looked forward to going to the Twin Cities for a Twins game or going on trips to Crookston for livestock judging. They're all great memories and experiences I would not trade. I also want to thank Mr. Arndt for being a great ag teacher, and I know you will do well in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
So this morning, I have the privilege to introduce a student who took all 5 of my classes. That's a big feat. Put up with me for 3 years in a row is pretty great. And I'm honored to introduce this young man. Honestly, I don't think he needs an introduction because I'm sure everybody knows him. But this is my opportunity to brag about him just a little bit. So some of his many excellent qualities include, and the list could go on, but I'll pare it down just a little bit. He treats everybody with respect. He's a great team player. Always has a positive attitude. Very smart. He's funny and he laughs a lot. And for me, the biggest thing is that when he walked into the room every class hour, he would brighten the room up with that great smile and his laugh. And like I said, I could go on, but I better calm down just a little bit and end this with one story that stands out in my mind. So, we were in the cardiovascular unit, my favorite. And that year, the students seemed to enjoy that unit as much as I did. So we did lots of things. We typed blood that year, and we analyzed EKG strips. They even got to run their own EKG strips and look at it. And I would put some up on the screen, and we'd try to interpret the P waves, the QRS complexes, and whatnot. So I was having a good time, and I think they were too. So we got to the topic of bradycardia and orthopnea and tachycardia, and we talked about that a little bit, and I asked students to share a story that caused them tachycardia. So I started with mine real quick, and then I let the students share. So then the students did that, and they were good stories. And then Josue, another student, raised his hand and goes, Mrs. Hiker, can I play a short video? And as a teacher, you're thinking, okay, it's going to be appropriate. What's he going to do? And all this is going through your mind. The students seem to want to hear it. And I trusted them. So I thought, okay, is it short? And Josue said, yeah, it'll be fine. So I allowed him to play it. And it was very good. A very calming scene, and you're driving through the mountains, and the music was beautiful. Of course, you probably know what's coming. I don't really watch things like that, so I didn't know what was coming. And somebody else didn't either, I don't think so. Anyway, as we're driving in this car along in this beautiful scenery, out pops this creepy-looking thing. And it screams really loud, and that guttural scream, you know, that you just, it's bad. At my age, you don't really react, you go, oh, whatever. But there was one person out of the whole room, and that was a pretty large class, that screamed pretty loudly. So I guess we knew that he was in tachycardia, so that was a good one. I'd better end here. Welcome Maxwell Douglas.
Good morning. Today we are here to celebrate the amazing goals accomplished by the students at North Valley and all the hard work they've put in. Every kid in here has put in the work to be honored by North Valley Career Technology Center. They have taken classes to better prepare themselves for their futures through opportunities that North Valley offers. There are so many opportunities when you are part of North Valley. One of the most impactful experiences for me was the Job Shuttle program that we had the opportunity to complete every year. I thought it was a very beneficial way to help me know what I wanted to study in college and also what I did not want to study. My freshman year, I shot at a radio station, and right away I could tell it was not for me. Then when it came to my junior year, I was set up with a physician's assistant, and thank God for that program because it showed me while I wanted to be in healthcare, this was not the right path. This one program helped guide me to making better decisions for my future. Last summer, I was also given a huge learning opportunity with the summer internship program. I was set up to work in the radiology department at Unity here in Grounder. This job taught me a lot about what I want to do in the future. The programs that North Valley offers, in addition to the courses that we can take here, makes it such a special place. My favorite part about North Valley is that probably also the most unique, is that it's a melting pot of our region. We get the opportunity to have classes with people from surrounding towns. I've had classmates from Park River, Drayton, Edinburgh, and Minto. All these people made my day so much better because it was fun seeing new people and making new friends. These people that take these classes don't take them for any reason. All the people in your classes have the same passions and interests as you, which makes people closer. Having people that I have competed against in sports as classmates is an experience that I definitely suggest and encourage to others. It's always fun to brag when Grafton beats them. Of course, it isn't just about the classes and courses that make North Valley excellent, but the faculty as well. During my time in high school, I've had the opportunity to take a class from a big chunk of teachers at North Valley, and I can say with confidence that these are some of the best people and teachers in the region. Every teacher that I've had in my time in North Valley always cared about my classmates and me, and I know from my peers that they feel the same way about the teachers I never got a chance to learn from. None of them are just in the classroom only because they like what they teach. They all care about their students and support us in all that we do. That is obvious when we walk down the halls of North Valley and are all welcomed with a ginormous grin, even from teachers I didn't have. My introduction to North Valley was in 8th grade when I had to take agriculture with Mrs. Rocco. It was always so interesting to go to that class because we never had any idea what we were getting ourselves into. Whether it was learning about plants, starting another project, or literally raising baby chicks. If you know me, you know I'm not an outdoorsy person, but Ms. Uraka always kept me on track and excited to learn about the next topic. Going into freshman year is kind of a nerve-wracking experience. With that being said, I decided to take a class where I could just do my work and chill, so I took multimedia. Little did I know, I was taking a class that would be a literal race to finish my work every day. Mr. Mers was in my class, or was the teacher in my class, and man, did he have another assignment ready every day, and he was always there to help. I took all of his psychics classes, and if there was any more, I would take them in a heartbeat. I learned more than just information and facts, but I learned real situations that could happen in any health profession. Whether it was about blood spraying all over her, or if she actually saw a mountain lion on her way to work. My favorite thing about Mrs. Hiker is that she tried every teaching method she could to find the best one for each student, and that made my learning experience more unique. And we all know when Shuli's in the crowd at our games when we hear someone yell, "Go Spoilers," in a tone that only she can accomplish. All the administrators and staff in the office work just as hard. They're always working to make opportunities that will better our future, like the Job Shadow, summer internship programs, and grants that make these programs happen. Thank you, faculty and staff, for all you do. Through all these opportunities, friends, and teachers, I've gotten the chance to stand up here today. I wouldn't be able to do it without a school system that believes in me and wants to help me succeed as a student and person. For that, I would like to give a final thank you to everyone involved at North Valley, and a special thanks to Mr. Hansen for making North Valley so exceptional. Okay, and now I'd like to invite the current members up.
All those selected for membership in the North Valley Technical Honor Society, please come forward and bring a program with you. North Valley Technical Honor Society believes that meritorious student effort and achievement should be encouraged and rewarded. The North Valley Technical Honor Society seeks to cultivate the ideals of service and positive leadership in citizens of tomorrow.
The Honor Society strives to promote these ideals among technical students and recognizes exemplary work through the selection of outstanding students to this organization. As new members of the North Valley Technical Honor Society, it is important that you understand the purpose of the organization. The goals are:
Goal number 1 is to promote the ideals of honesty, service, leadership, career development, and skilled workmanship among the technical students.
The white candle represents character. The purple candle represents leadership. The red candle represents service.
Goal number 2 is to reward meritorious skill achievement in technical education.
The green candle represents skill.
Goal number 3 is to encourage and assist technical students in their pursuit of educational and career goals.
The gold represents scholarship.
Goal number 4 is to develop a greater awareness within business, industry, and service communities regarding the talents and abilities of students engaged in the technical education.
The purpose of the ceremony is to confer membership in the North Valley Technical Honor Society. Current and new members, please repeat the membership pledge with me found on the back side of the program. As a member of the North Valley Technical Honor Society, I pledge to maintain the highest standard of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue scholarship achievement, and I will strive for excellence in all aspects of my education. I will bless my talents, my skills, my knowledge, and a career of my own choosing. I shall always endeavor to uphold my obligations as a citizen of my community and of my country.
I hereby declare you to be inducted into the North Valley Technical Honor Society with all the rights and responsibilities accorded to the members. As your name is called, please come forward to receive your certificate. Congratulations to you all.
Addison Fredrickson. Juan Villarreal. Rylan Ray. Braylon Baldwin. Joseph Vandal. Isabel Moen. Reese Olson. Riley Suda. Ava St. Vincent. Bryce Kringstead. Abram Sivney. Ryan Hansen. Jacqueline McCash. Samuel Green. Arya Bratton. Justin Close. Megan Larson. Justin Jurgens. Connor Hodak. Cody Bell. And Jacob Together. And then now we'll go down the line and everyone will introduce who came for them, who came today.
My mom came, Roberta Jurgens.
My mom came, Charlotte.
Listen Closey, and my mom and dad came, Mom Charlotte Closey.
I'm Jacqueline McCash, and my mom came, Kathleen McCash. I'm Ella Moen, and my mom came, Mary Moen.
I'm Bryce Springstead, and my mom, dad, and sister came.
I'm Lauren Brown, my mom, dad, brother, grandma came.
I'm Addison, my mom came, Amy Fredrickson.
I'm Reese, and my mom and dad and brother came, Mark, Jill, and Elias Olson.
I'm Ava, and my parents came.
I'm Cody, and I came with Mr. Hart.
I'm Megan, and my mom, Sally Larson, came.
I'm Ryan, and my mom and dad, Mike and Mandy Hansen, came. I'm Braylon, and my mom, Stephanie Baldwin, came. I'm Rylan, and my mom and dad, Rachel and Phil, are here. I'm Juan, and my dad, Jamie Bilodeau, came with me.
I'm April, and my mom, Stacy's here.
I'm Samuel, and my dad, my grandma, and my brother are here.
I'm Jake, and my mom came, my sister Kaylee came, my sister Jocelyn came, my brother Oliver came, my stepdad Colin came.
A round of applause for all the new members.
I think we need to give these dazzling students another round of applause. You make us so proud. Truly, you do. I'm here to give 2 $100 scholarships, and all we do is draw for this. So we know that there are great things happening for all of you in your future, and our winner is Riley Suda. Who's not here? And it is Maxwell Dumas.
Next, I want to call Mrs. Zaraka up to the stage, and all of the seniors that have been inducted. So would you please all come forward? A couple years ago, we decided that we need to recognize these students more than just a morning ceremony here at North Valley. So we decided to honor these students with cords that they can wear on their graduation. So if you just want to get nice. Mrs. Zaraka will give you your cords. Yeah, I might have. Maybe we should have. Who's the tallest one? Miss Z just said, you picked the shortest teacher to come here and put these on all our students. So, like I said, they're to wear these during graduation to be recognized for their accomplishment. It's a heck of an accomplishment, and they've all definitely earned it. So, congratulations again. The Grafton FFA chapter asked if they could do a special presentation, so I'll call Samuel Green up to the podium.
So, hi, I'm Samuel Green, and I'm just going to give the speech. The dream begins, most of the time, with a teacher who believes in you, who tugs and pushes and leads you to the next point, sometimes poking you with a sharp stick called truth. A quote from Dan Rather. For me, that someone was a person who showed me the way and opened my eyes. As a member of the FFA chapter and a student of hers, I am honored to announce Mrs. Zaraka, as a recipient of this award. This thank you award cannot just be given to anyone, but to someone who can balance being a teacher, a mother, and a mentor. Before I present to you this award, I would like to share why we chose you for this award and some of the impacts you had on us. First of all, why we chose this award for Mrs. Zaraka. The first reason is she always puts her students' needs before her own. If we need some extra studying for FFA, or if we need materials for our agri-science projects, she always gets it done. When it was time for Fit FFA last year down in Fargo, she brought her child so she could still mentor us while balancing with her own life. Another reason she's a great candidate for this award is she brought FFA to Grafton. Along with FFA, she brought the whole egg program to Grafton that has impacted so many students on so many different levels. Without her, there would be a huge hole missing in the North Valley. And the final reason she's a perfect fit for this award is because she's resigned. Next, I would love to share the impact she had on us as our teacher and mentor. One of the things Mrs. Zaraka taught me is confidence. When I first came to Grafton, I was a kid who didn't really see much, just trying to go from day to day and fit in. Ms. Z was one of those people who helped me fit in. She coached me up and drove me all over the state to compete in different events for FFA. Through FFA and those practices with her, my confidence grew. Fast forward to the present, and I'm standing in front of you, extremely nervous, however confident in my abilities. This is because of you, Mrs. Zaraka. One thing that Mrs. Zaraka taught Aria, a fellow member of mine, is the ability to become a leader. Ms. Z showed her FFA and led her in the right direction, never wavering for a second. Aria told stories of the example she set and how Ms. Z inspired her to follow in her footsteps and become an egg teacher and an FFA advisor. Ali, a student of Mrs. Zaraka and on the officer team, learned the ability to persevere. Through competitions and talking to Mrs. Zaraka, her knowledge of agriculture and her passion has grown. She has learned a ton from Mrs. Z and is going to miss her. You're all going to miss her. So in conclusion, this thank you award is not just given to anyone, but to someone who is a hero in her students' eyes. Now that you know a little about why we chose Ms. Z for this award and some of the impact she had on us, it is time to award you. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Molly Zaraka.
Thank you, Samuel, for your kind words and the other students who contributed. I will say just quickly how proud I am of the accomplishments of students now and students in the past, and how far our egg program has grown in my time here. And I know that it'll be left to able students and able staff to continue all the good things that we've started. So thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Zaraka. And Mr. Arndt also is going back home to teach in Little Falls, where he's from. So we're going to miss two of our very experienced and very knowledgeable egg teachers next year. So big shoes to fill, and we have students that will help guide the new egg teachers to teach them the ropes, I guess, right? So a couple announcements before we move on is make sure you stick around afterwards for pictures. We need to get a bunch of pictures taken for the yearbooks and for North Valley's page. So I really want to send a special thank you to Teresa, who's not here today, but she organized this event and got everything together and all met with the students to get them organized. And so thank you to Teresa, Lori, Lisa, and all the staff members. And the custodian staff for helping set up. They got the balloons ready this morning at about 6 a.m. and Ms. Zaraka and her students for doing the flowers. That was very nice. And then a special thank you to Joey Jiskra, also our technology coordinator, making sure, he runs this GPAC for any event that's in here. He also keeps our technology flowing. And that's a big feat in a technology center. We have a lot of technology. He knows a lot about everything, and there's a lot of different pieces of equipment to learn about. So thank you to Joey as well. All right, now on to you students. From taking your CTE classes, you have prepared yourself for college, the workforce, or the military. You have mastered technical skills, leadership skills, and critical thinking skills, which will all help you becoming a well-rounded individual, which is very important no matter which career path you choose. For those of you graduating this year, I hope you come back and visit North Valley and see your names on the plaques in the hallway and see that with pride. In conclusion, I'd like to congratulate you for this honor bestowed upon you this morning. You are truly the best of the best in CTE. Thank you for the great rest of your year. Thank you.